I'm pretty much at a stopping point until I get the bumpers in. There's the original bumper being held up by a screwdriver. Here's the crash support being held up by the BFH, and this is the toe behind support being held up by the impact. I'm gonna probably mount that toe behind. I'm gonna mount it back up just to see how it fits, because I mean that was pretty beefy. It's reinforced right here and right there and right there as well, and it was held on by these that go on the frame. This frame right here is pretty, this frame's pretty beefed up and it's pretty solid. Get rid of all these cobwebs. It's pretty solid, so I think I might mount it back up and see how that looks up. I might even build that into that Jeep bumper that's coming. I don't expect that for the price of that Jeep bumper. I don't expect it to be that solid, so any little extra rigidity would help. That's where this is where the winch is gonna sit, so I don't want it to sit out too much, so at least this will give me a good baseline. So I'm at a stopping point until the parts that I ordered arrive, which will be sometime mid next week. So I'm just cleaning up, getting all the slag off, all the dirt that I can out of here. And these are all welded in. This is welded in. That's welded to this angle iron. Everything's heavy duty. Everything's pretty solid. I mean, well, it doesn't really weigh that much. I'm moving it with my hand. This little truck doesn't weigh that much, so I mean, that winch, I think it's like 10,000 or 12,000 pounds. That's gonna get installed. It's kind of way overkill for it, but I mean, hey, that's how we do it. Go big or go home. Yeah, so this is all welded in. Welded in from right here too. And then yeah, just waiting for the winch to come. That plate will go here. It'll get reinforced onto this frame, and it's not gonna go anywhere. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. The owner came over. He was pretty happy with the progress, so if they're happy, I'm happy. And that's pretty much how it's gonna sit, so it won't stick out too much, maybe 10 inches. So here we are. All right, so now moving on to the front winch bumper. The winch is installed. Here's the cradle. It's mounted to the frame right here, and then mounted to this mounted to the frame right here. So it's not going anywhere. It's forward mounting points, aft mounting points. Here's the aft cradle that's mounted to the frame itself. So I mean, you'll probably buckle the frame before you pull this bad boy out. And we're trying to get it to sit nice and flush in there. Starting on the front bumper. So here's a Wrangler front bumper. I think I got it for like 140 bucks. It was less than 150 off Amazon ship, so you can't beat that. Knowing full well that I'm gonna have to modify it. Measured from end to end, that's 56. Measured from right here, to the other side over there, that's 58. So it's 2 inches, which is no big deal. I'll probably just widen it here, cut it out with some sheet aluminum, kind of like the way I did it on the rear bumper, just to make up the difference right here. Just to make up the difference right here will just be just a triangle squared in. So as you can see, I'm gonna have to cut right here and right here, and I'll probably just cut it all the way up to this plate. This is just for looks. What's gonna hold everything is gonna be this cradle that you can see there, that cradle. And this is pretty thin material, maybe an eighth inch thick. So I'm gonna cut all this out and probably I don't have to reinforce nothing because this is just I mean, picked it up with one hand. I'm not gonna reinforce it or box it or brace it. I'm just gonna cut it. This is gonna just be a cover, and then I'll see how it ends up. I'm trying to just get it to cover just this part. So let's get to cutting and measuring and probably cutting some more. After some cutting, measuring, a little more cutting, here's where we're at. However, it sits too low. I mean, it's got like 4 inches, right? 4 inches of travel right there. We gotta suck up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop it. I'm gonna chop it right here, these welds on both sides, those welds, and then I'm gonna bend this bottom part. I'm gonna bend it down, maybe not 90 straight flat, but so in that way that gives us, because this is 4 inches, so I mean I can move this whole piece up, and that should get this closer, and then you'll end up with the fair lead right here up more where we want it. So yeah, just let's put it back on the plasma table here. Pick it up with all right, set this back up on the table. Let's get this set up, start cutting away. I mean, I knew this was gonna happen, so I can't prepare for it. That's why I'm not really too bummed out. And this is all that's holding these shackles, these tie down points. That's it. So I mean, highly against if you're gonna use these for any recovery, brace them up to the frame, or don't even use them. Fill them in, cut them off. Don't even use them, because that thing, I mean, this thing's only 1/8 inch. It's gonna get ripped right on out. So let me I'll cut right here. I'll cut this weld too, and I'll probably do this with the die grinder. I don't think I can get in there with the plasma, and we'll go from there. Some more progress on this Wrangler bumper install on a Suzuki Sidekick. My allergies are kicking in, so it might sound a little groggy, but pretty much I ended up cutting the whole bottom out, and I ended up flattening it out pretty much. It's pretty flat, so that was the only way I can get it to sit up nice and neat to tuck up. There's about an inch on this side. On that side, I installed the bullbar, which ties it in, keep it from being so flimsy. I mean, the only thing holding it up right now are these two. So I marked the holes. So what's gonna mount this, once I weld it back up, what mounts this to the actual frame is gonna be these toe bolts. I have longer bolts, so it'll be one right here and one over there, and that'll tie it to the frame. I'm gonna try to build something. I'm gonna build a standoff so that way I can mount right here to this frame up here, right to that bolt. So it'll just be like a little standoff, and that'll keep it from flexing. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna just make some extensions to come over here, or some extensions just to come over here and just wrap around there. I'll see what the customer wants. And then with the leftover pieces that I have, I'll probably make a bend, because this is not going to get used anymore. This is going to come out through here pretty much. It's already marked out. I got to cut it out. So that's where the fairlead is going to come out. So I'm going to probably just cover this part up, and just make with that same piece of extra metal that I had, I'll probably just build something to cover this up, keep it away from the elements, keep it somewhat hidden. And I have it, this timed off on me, but I have it pretty much level. It's I don't know, there you go, 0.5. So if anything, it's saying that this side is up 0.5 degrees, which I'm not gonna worry about it. I got my gaps set up, so looks pretty good from the front view. So now I'll just come back, do some stitch welding, and then start making some cover panels for it. Here's pretty much 85% of this finished product. The bumper is in. I cut out a lot of this Wrangler bumper to get this to fit in here. It's sitting where I like it. That winch is permanently mounted. It's not gonna go anywhere. These lights up here, they're supposed to be sitting on top, but I think I'm gonna, well, I have them mounted like this, so I mean you can move them however you want. But I think this way would be probably best. Keep it out of the way of the brush, the branches, whatever, the weeds. And yeah, this is kind of a eyesore, but hey, we want to keep that so we can tow. The winch is on there. That's not on. That's just loosely hanging there. I still got to wire this up. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I made this quick skid plate right here. Just quick skid plate, drill some holes in it. Nothing crazy. It mounts on with these 3 screws up top. It's got a screw here and a screw there, mounts it to the rail, and that's just it. Just a quick skid plate, nothing too fancy. And then here's everything tied in. I'm gonna make, that'll be a tomorrow project. I'm gonna make some fender bumper extensions. It's gonna just cut out and then wrap back, and then from here as well too, they're gonna come out and wrap back out. So I just want to keep some type of aerodynamic look or aesthetics, whatever you want to call it, just for looks purposes, because it looks okay. Like if you look at it just like this front view, it looks okay, but if you walk around the corner, you can see the bumper was pretty much flat. That's the way the Jeep is, but on this one it kind of curves. So I'm gonna make something to cut out and then just end up right here. So I can do that tomorrow. It'll probably be bolted on right here and right here with some screws and nuts, and then that'll be it. I'll just paint it. I'll paint it black, and then that's how it will be. It's pretty solid the way it is right there. You can see I'm moving the car back and forth. However, don't tow with that. Tow with either this spot. Definitely not this spot. This is just for looks. Or the winch. Hope you guys like it. Some ideas. It's not a simple bolt-on. Not at all. It's simple if you have tools and fabrication skills. It's pretty simple. Took me a good maybe 4 hours to get all this done. But I mean, I have all the tools here. A lot of cutting, a lot of welding. But there's some ideas. Off to the home stretch now on this front bumper install. So just made some quick cardboard templates, transferred them to aluminum. All of this is just a cover. Adds little baby wing, whatever you want. Just covers this, covers the top, and it's open on the bottoms. It's open on the bottom. But it's gonna cover it, at least cover that gap that we saw last time. The other one's right there, just drying. Nothing too crazy, and that's all it does on that side too. It just covers it. You can see the mounting points, 1, 2, and then 3 down here. So that's the mounting points, and that's it. Just covers it. Right. So here's these extensions. With these extensions installed and painted, bumper extensions, both sides, and that just fills in that gap that you saw right there. And all it was just I just cut out some cardboard, put it on long, bent it, and then took that over to some scrap aluminum that I had, 40 thousandths. Just bended it up and then just gave it a top plate. That's all it is. Held on by those 3 bolts, and then the bottom's open. You can see that it's open, so it's just for looks, just to cover that side up. Now moving on to the control head. Need to mount that somewhere. I have the hood open, so the battery's there. So I'll see how I can route everything. Here's the final walk around overview before the customer picks this up. When he comes here, we'll probably tow a truck, probably tow my truck around or something with the front winch just to test it out. I have so quick rundown. Jeep Wrangler front bumper. It's been chopped. It's been flattened out. It's been modified to fit Suzuki Sidekick. Bumper extensions were made here to because the Jeep bumper ends up right here. So bumper extensions made on both sides just to cover up this dead space, just for looks. There was a cradle made. You can see right there. There's a cradle made for the winch. The winch, you can unbolt this bumper and then the winch will still stay there. So and then that main cradle is beefed up from right here, and then on the bottom it's also bolted to the frame. These are the original tow points for when you tow it behind your truck or whatever. A quick skid plate that was made just to cover it up. You can see where it's bolted on by these 3 bolts, and then there's a bolt on each side. That's all trash. That was actually the packaging with the bumper. So we have the bumper. It's pretty hidden. The only thing that you'll see is this top plate for this is for the actual the cable, and then it has two wireless controllers. All the wiring's tucked in. You can see where it runs up through here, up to directly to the battery. Here's the control box for the aux lights. These 2 aux driving lights. You don't see any wires because everything is ran through the inside. So the wires, they snake all through here. They come out through there. Here you can see them where they come out. Let me see if I can, something's on my camera, but they snake in through there. They come out through here. Once ground, the yellow's power, and that's just pretty much it. On off, these are they're still loose on there, so at night they'll get aimed properly at night. So here it is. Gonna just give it one last walk around, probably take all this out, clean up all this garage space, but the end result is pretty nice. You got a functional front winch bumper. I wonder if I let go of the brakes, I wonder what's going to happen. Let me let go of the brakes. Yeah, I had too much, not enough tension on the line. But it's pulling it slowly, but it's pulling it. So straight line pull. I think that the max weight on that truck is 10,000, I believe. So it's making it happen. It's working. The winch is rated for 12,000, and this little rig's maybe, I don't know, 3,000, if that. 3,000 fully. We got the final build here, testing it out. Those are the front bumper lights. Man, those things are bright. Just a once over. That's a roof. Man, I think it's bright. But that's a roof rack light. Bumper light, bumper winch light, roof light, bird, the rear lights. Put it in reverse. Let me see if we can, because let's see his reverse lights. Put it in reverse. See his reverse. Yeah, reverse light. That's pretty good too. There we go, man. That's it. So one quick walk around. We got the rear bumper installed, the swing out arm. They're gonna get a spare tire. We got the front winch bumper. Well, actually the bumper, the winch, and then the lights. Give me the lights one more time. Yeah, so we got the lights. So we got the whole experience here. We're gonna just drive it around here, just goof around, but that's it.